Roethlisberger back, looks out to his left, lost one along the sideline, going for Chase Claypool, who catches it in stride. Claypool stays in bounds, crosses the 20, the 15, the 10. The rookie Chase Claypool in for his first NFL touchdown, 84 yards. Roethlisberger to Claypool.
That's what Chase Claypool does.
Did somebody say 10 wide receivers were drafted before Chase Claypool? Welcome back to 5-Star Matchup, presented in partnership with Steel City Blitz. If you dig our content, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Twitter and Patreon. A beautiful fall day in Western PA for the Steelers home opener, and I got to say, I'm feeling pretty good about our chances. The Steelers' defense against a young quarterback should really feast in this one. Gotta spotlight my guy, don't call him Mike. It's Tyson Alu here, who eats Melvin Gordon's lunch like it was Lennox Lewis's family. Over to Bionic Ben in the offense now, and another hot start. The increasingly perplexing Deontay Johnson muffs a reverse handoff and kills this drive before it ever had a chance. It's fair to be concerned about ball security with Deontay at this point. Let's hope he can get a handle. Back onto defense now, and on successive plays, Melvin Gordon blasts through gaps you could tow several tractor trailers through, and the defense is on their heels early. But you know, I always like my chances with TJ Watt and Bud Dupree on the field. It's gotten to the point where Bud Dupree looks like he's showing off on every play. Now think about me telling you that 3 years ago. Locke would miss the rest of this one. Back to Ben now, and yikes! Unquestionably Roethlisberger's worst throw of this young season so far. Deontay actually had a step too, he just underthrew it. Bullet dodged, however. 3rd and 10 needing a conversion, and they go to last week's star, Juju, who puts the whole damn team on his back en route to the 2-yard line. He reminded me so much of Heinz today. Just the epitome of Steelers football. 1st and goal now, and the man half of Steelers Nation wanted to throw in the recycling bin this week plows through for the opening score of the game. In the words of Alice in Chains, you'd be wise not to plan my funeral, for the body's dead. You can sleep on James Conner all you want, but I won't. Jeff the Drizzler Driscoll comes in for the Broncos, and as you expected, throws a laser to Jerry Jeudy. Game on, I guess. Mike Hilton screams by a tackle who couldn't seem to care less about him and derails the Drizzlers' first drive with yet another DB sack. Broncos get on the board though, 7-3. All timing here between Ben and Johnson, who pulls a whoop and puts the secondary on skates. He can be so dynamic at times. Back to the Broncos offense now, and Driscoll slings a bullet on 3rd and 8 for a first down. Nice pop by Bush. But, what's going on with this coverage? It's okay though, because Godzilla Hayward and TJ I was robbed of Defensive Player of the Year Watt had a prearranged lunch meeting at the quarterback and get the ball back to Ben. 1st and 10 at the 16. Roethlisberger faces pressure and uncorks a rainbow that would make Ronnie James Dio proud for a 6-point deposit at Chase Bank. Claypool now has one of the most impressive first catches and first touchdowns I've ever seen, and it's only week 2. This guy has the makings of a star. Also, I noted this on Twitter, but man, I thought he looked like Martavis on this play. Steelers up 14-3. Ensuing Broncos possession, and the Drizzler drops back, sends a couple texts, and decides to fling it downfield to a wide-open Cortland Sutton, who forgot to set a timer and burns Joe Hayden to an inedible crisp. Not a great game for 23 today. 2 more great plays for Alu here, who reminds us why he was a first-round pick in the first place. He looks just like Cam on this deflection. If he can keep contributing, man, that's a bonus. Broncos miss what I think is an ill-advised 58-yard field goal here, but Pittsburgh punts it back anyway. Denver getting a little aggressive here with 2 minutes to go in the half, and just as soon as I say Hayden's having a bad game, he snags a nice pick off a drop and gives the Steelers another chance to take control of this one. After a ridiculously wimpy series by Randy Fiechner, who seems to think the game is already over, the Steelers grab a measly 3, and we head into the half at 17-3 Steelers. A big return by Ray McLeod sets Ben up to take his time in the pocket, wait, and throw his worst ball of the year. Justin Simmons is a hell of a player, and he no doubt gets credit for completing this play, but this is just classic bad Ben. Weird as it is, though, I kind of think he needed it. Time for the defense to stiffen up. And stiffen up, they do. On 1st and goal from the 4, Driscoll takes another TJ sack instead of hitting a wide open man for the score, and the defense holds the Broncos to 3. You'll take it. I love this 3rd down conversion because it shows you why you always want a guy like Jalen Samuels on your team. Just a solid utility player who can do things like this. Always been a big fan of his. Reminds me a little of Verron Haynes back in the day. Disastrous sequence ensues here as the Steelers waste a second half timeout instead of taking a delay and pooching it. I believe strongly that NFL coaches use timeouts way too haphazardly. On a 4th, I hated going for, Ben takes a shot deep to Ebron, who is unfortunately not 8'6", and they turn it over on downs. Terrible sequence for the offense. Next possession here, and the Broncos get their 400th first down by penalty, this time by Minka, who I think may have had his worst game as a Steeler today. Broncos proceed to get yet another first down by penalty as Mike Hilton hits the QB late. Because the Steelers want me to work late tonight, they let Driscoll stand in the pocket and deliver another great throw to a wide open, don't say he can't, it's Noah Fant, and the Broncos pull into striking distance. Not sure what Bush was doing here, looks like he would have only been able to cover him if he cut in. Because we can't learn, Fant pulls away from Bush for the 2, and we got a 3-point game on our hands. Facing another 4th and 2, I scream that they better have a play drawn up, and sure enough, the ghost of Mike Mularkey comes through with a conversion we've seen since the days of Heinz Ward, and again it's Mr. Smith-Schuster coming through in the clutch. Pay the man. Heating up now, Ben faces a 2nd and 6.
Roethlisberger in the shotgun. And Roethlisberger back to pass. Looking, now will step up to his right, has all kinds of room in front of him, will float for the end zone and caught Deontay Johnson, a whirling grab in the end zone, and he scores for the Steelers.
Bionic Ben recalls shades of 2005 and slings a spiral on the run to DJ for the score. My friends, if you had any worries about our quarterback, you shalln't. The old gunslinger's tank is far from empty. Defense forces a punt on Denver's next possession and oops. The long snapper forgets he's not bowling and rolls a strike to the punter who helplessly takes a safety. Great, but lucky special teams play. Let's put this one on ice, guys. 1st and 10, Steelers hand it to their closer, Benny Snell football, and are we absolutely sure Benny Snell doesn't have coronavirus? He's been hacking up a lung all season. Alright, just gotta keep him from scoring quick here. Again, they forget to take Joe out of the oven and he gets burned by a rookie for 19 yards on a 1st and 20. Broncos get a gift first down on another questionable pass interference. Believe me, I saw Nick Vannett play last year. No one needs to interfere with him to stop him. Lots of big penalties in this game. Because the Pittsburgh Steelers clearly don't want me to live a long life, they let Vince cover in space, and the Drizzler drops a touchdown to Melvin Gordon, who makes a Le'Veon Bell-esque catch. Never thought you'd catch me saying this, but Jeff Driscoll is dealing. The full duality of Deontay on display here as he makes a great catch on a bad throw, and then drops a conversion on one I actually think is an easier catch. He's just a strange player. Don't remember a Steeler quite like him before. Getting late now, and Driscoll tests the Steelers' best corner today, Mike Hilton, and he can't connect with Judy. 3rd and 11, Driscoll drops back and gets yet another pass interference call. They didn't show a good replay, but man, is that a big moment to call that. Really gotta question the officiating today, in my opinion. Again, they give the Drizzler too much time and fail to realize Devin Bush can't cover Noah Fant, and the tight end makes a juggling catch. My blood pressure doubles. Fant looks like the player he was drafted to be. Awesome catch. And finally, the defense remembers who the hell they're supposed to be and get a stop forcing the Week 2 5-star play of the game.
4th and 2, the ball at the 15-yard line of the Steelers. The Broncos trailing by 5. Driscoll will bring Deshaun Hamilton in motion to his right. Driscoll back, looking to his left. Pressure comes and down he goes. Sacked by Terrell Edmunds. Wow.
Oh, man.
What a play.
That's right, Terrell Edmunds with the play of the game. Look, if you take anything away from this game, it should be, I want every Steeler to be successful. Come on, guys. After seeing what happened with Bud, do you really feel we need to be that hard on a guy like Terrell Edmunds? Sometimes it takes a while. I have no idea why they didn't want to block him, but still, the most impactful play of the young Steelers' career. Back over to the offense, and you know Randy's just going to hand it off. Connor busts through for a few on first down, and on second down, holy go JC, tell him baby, tell him, take it to the house. James Conner breaks through for a huge gainer to put this one on ice. He also sends a cease and desist to every Steelers fan and media personality that was ready to just forget all he's accomplished because he's gotten hurt a few times. Man, how could you not be hyped for my guy closing it out? To my earlier point, why must we pit players against one another? I want to be in the playoffs with a healthy James Conner and Benny Snell. I want Terrell Edmunds to succeed. Hell, I want just about everyone to ever wear a Steelers jersey not named Mike Mitchell to succeed. Cheers, James. I couldn't be happier for you. Ben closes it out with the patented kneel, and your Pittsburgh Steelers go to 2-0. Much like last week, it was less than perfect, but that's okay. The difference between the good years and the bad are when you can win the ugly ones, and so far, the 2020 Steelers are doing that. I was unhappy with the defense today, and I think they have some work to do. But as long as Ben continues to be Ben, we've got a chance every week. Here we go.